there are things that I know I can fix, and then there are things that I know only he can fix. And I got another chance to get a little bit closer to living my purpose, to get to that goal. I kind of grew up just innately being defensive. I always had to defend myself. I'm not going to engage in this because you're going to pull something out of me that I've been continually trying to work on. I'm so sick of this.
All right, cool. So I told you the idea of this podcast is to help normalize men addressing their mental health.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know, we've had a ton of conversations, so I kind of already know where you are as it relates to, you know, being aware and conscious of your mental health and everything, and just being aware of health, you know, in general.
Yeah, embracing my crazy.
Yeah.
You understand that.
But I mean, that's
No,
what it is.
no,
So,
seriously,
you know,
no.
the funny thing is, I'm glad you said that. I went downtown like last year, and I put up on a dry erase board. I put, "What does mental health mean to you?"
I remember that Starbucks.
So you saying that, you know what I'm saying, embrace my craziness, like that's what that means to you.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh.
You know what I mean? So that's good, because however we identify is the fact of facing the reality of you got to address, you know what I'm saying, what's going on in your life.
Well, I mean, in your family groups, immediate, expanded, even in your social settings or whatever, in your work groups and things, you know, I feel like it builds a trust. It builds a trust around people that you say, when you can be transparent enough to say, hey, I'm kind of good in these areas. Mm-hmm. I'm terrible in these areas.
Yeah.
It builds a trust for people, because nobody likes walking in a situation where they're just like, have you ever been like, I can't put my finger on him? You never want to be that guy.
Right.
Because you never want to be around that person.
Right.
And, you know, you and I, you know, working in the music industry for 20 plus years, you go into situations with artists, with your bandmates, with different producers, other musicians, and it's just like, cool. And then y'all end up going out to eat, and it's still like, and I'm not saying you have to tell me your entire life story, but it's like, let me get a grasp on, you know, something that is uniquely you. And I think for me, you know me, I'm a shoot from the hip type of person. Like, what you see is kind of what you get. And, you know, walking in between the first 5 minutes and the first 5 days, you know, I've had so many people be like, you know what, I feel safe around you. You know, I feel safe. I feel comfortable around you. And, you know, our work, you know, in the city and all the things we do, man, I've had people come up. I don't know why I'm telling you my life story, but I just feel like I can trust you or whatever. And I'm just like, without saying it, I'm silently going, oh, I got a life story too. You know, I've overcome some hurdles as well. So I think, again, embracing your crazy, knowing I don't do this well. This is a trigger for me. This is a button. And either trying to overcome those buttons, and also, you know, trying to avoid those things. Men, so many times, we're known for sweeping things under the rug, and it continues to pile up, right? But for me, taking that in perspective, but also going, hey, just not going to walk down that street. Step Brothers, the classic scene. When he's like, man, let's go down this street. Dude's like, nah, we can't go down this street. He's like, why? It's shorter. Nah, we're going to get beat up. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's okay to just say, I'm not going down that street. I'm not talking to this person. I'm not going to engage in this, because you're going to pull something out of me that I've been continually trying to work on. You know, you don't get your, 12 chips or whatever with Alcohol Anonymous. We don't go celebrate at the bar. Man, we're going to Golden Corral. We're going old school. We're going to Shoney's. We're going somewhere where, you know, you get an iced tea and that's it. Why would I trigger you?
Right.
And the thing about an alcoholic is, nobody says I used to be an alcoholic. They always say I'm an alcoholic in recovery.
Right. Yeah.
Because one or more things could trigger where I've come from, and I don't go back. And it's not just embracing your crazy, but being responsible with it as well.
Yeah.
So
That's good. You pinpoint. There's a couple of things you said that I want to highlight. You talked about people being able to come to you and say they feel safe, and I think that's a testament to being aware, self-aware.
yeah,
So when you're self-aware, I think that energy, people gravitate to it, and they are. It's so. Let me put it this way. So you will never come off as what's the word I'm looking for? Your aura or whatever you want to call it will be to the point to where people they feel safe because you're not giving off this defensive aura, you're not giving off this defensive vibe. So they feel comfortable.
Yes.
And it's because you're self-aware. Not saying you're perfect.
No.
Not saying you got everything under control, but you're self-aware. So there's a comfortability within you that exudes out. So when people are around you, they feel comfortable to share.
Yes, absolutely. And I grew up, for those of you who are watching, I'm sitting down. If I stand up, not too much taller than where I am now. But, I grew up always being a shorty. You know what I'm saying? So there were some things that I had to overcome at an early age. I was short. I was skinny. I was black. I'm from the coal mines of West Virginia, for anybody that cares. Not too many of us there. And I also was raised in the church. Yeah. So I wasn't cool for a long time.
Right.
Bruh, it was 7 days in a week. We was in church 5.
Facts.
And in our organization, there was no leniency like there is now. No secular music, no R-rated movies, no pool hall. Yeah. The only cards you play is Go Fish. Uno, you are living on the edge. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, you better not slam them cards down. That's too much like dominoes. So I kind of grew up just innately being defensive. I always had to defend myself. And so once I got into my adulthood, I heard my mentors and things all the time. You're so defensive. You're so defensive. You're so defensive. And I think that that's always feeling like you have to prove that you deserve to be in the room.
Right, yeah.
And then at some point in time, man, you and God just have that, Jacob and Angel, like, man, all night long. Yeah. We're going to wrestle. And then that happens. And then once you get the epiphany or revelation, then you become active. It was, I had to actively not, quote unquote, be defensive. And that's crazy. And a lot of y'all don't know, man, Ken is like one of my North Stars in life as far as watching somebody. Ken wasn't he wasn't out there. But, and his boys, his friends will attest that, Ken made some very definitive changes in his life at some point. And he's one of those guys where I say, it's a couple people in my life, WWJD, what would Jesus do? It's a couple of people I'm just like, I'm in a situation. I'm like, how would Ken handle this? And I remember, man, we were on a gig last year and I was getting ready to take flight on somebody. And it was love, but it was frustration, but it was like pre-disappointed. And he just looked at me and was like, bro, chill. Bro, this is not that serious. And I thought about it. And bro, to this day, that has continued to help me build relationships, help people feel safe and comfortable and valued. Because in that moment, I had to say, what I'm about to say to this person that I may never see again is not worth it overall. Right. And then again, going back to the self-awareness of, hey, there's something bubbling up in you. This ain't cool. Yeah. This ain't cool. And the thing is, you don't say after it happens, man, I should have done better. Again, we're not perfect.
Right.
We're going to say that from time to time.
Yeah.
But as you actively pursue not only greatness, but wholeness, healthiness,
Right.
all that stuff, as you pursue becoming a better just person in general, instead of saying after the fact, ah, man, I should have done better, you can catch it before it happens.
Facts.
Okay. Take a deep breath. Okay, hold on. We can do better. And you still work with me to this day, forever. I mean, and there's so many longevity. There's so much longevity in relationships now, and relationships to come, man. And I think for me, one of the key factors that I call them God winks. A God wink for me is when he just kind of like, you see something that confirms that may not be a burning bush or a parting of the Red Sea. You may see a little thing and he's just like, yep, that's it. That's it. Or take a little screenshot. And one of the things is when I get feedback from people that we worked with for the first time, and they say, man, we had so much fun. Man, I had such a great time. Man, I can't believe you remembered that my grandmother was having surgery.
Right.
But then again, some people have a conversation and you're speaking and you're waiting to speak again.
Right.
You're not actively listening to that person. And I think for me, when it comes to my own mental health, it's looking at people and everybody's situation and going, dude, you have a lot of first world problems.
Right.
These are first world problems.
Right.
You know where your next meal is coming from. If your tire go flat, you good. You're not just on the interstate like, man, no money, no cell phone, no call, nobody to call.
Right.
It's an inconvenience, but it's a first world problem.
Yes.
And I think that when we begin to live in a perpetual state of life is good. Remember that conversation we had? I know I'm cutting myself off. Man, we were having a conversation one time, and we were talking about people that say, man, life be lifing. And it's like, no, stop saying that. Something good is not going to happen every day. Exactly. But something good is going to happen every day.
Right.
Is your glass half full or half empty? And some people are misery love company so bad that they just don't even want the glass.
Right.
You don't want to give yourself a chance to have a good day. Because if you have a good day, you might have a good week. And if you have a good week, you might have a good month. And if you win, you got to keep winning.
Exactly.
And you don't want to keep winning. Because you know how to keep winning? That's discipline.
Facts.
You don't have any discipline.
Facts.
You want to accidentally hit the lottery.
Facts.
But you don't want to wake up every day and try to be great. And again, that starts with it. Man, listen, I wake up in the morning, dude. I'm not going to lie, because I got this from my dad, because I noticed this a long time ago. My dad's just kind of always smiling. Cutting the grass, washing the car.
Right.
He's kind of like, hey, man, what's up? Oh, that man just glad to be alive, man.
Hey.
And I've known, because, you turn into your parents. I've taken on the character of, you know what I'm saying? I wake up in the morning, and I'm just like, and every day it's probably always early. It's always before the sun rises, but I'm like, man, I got another chance to get a little bit closer to live in my purpose, to get to that goal, which is only a benchmark.
Right.
Once you get to that thing, it's not over. It's the beginning of something new.
Exactly.
But I'd rather live like that than wake up and hear your alarm and go, ugh. So.
Facts. Let me ask you this. This is so good, man. And I knew this would be good because of just your perspective on life and your approach. Was there ever a how can I say it? Was there ever a moment in life where it was, as it relates to your mental health, being aware of, was there ever like a light bulb moment? Or, yeah, was there ever a light bulb moment for you?
Man, this is so good, man. And again, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate your kind words and just even being blessed enough to be considered. This is not light to me. This is, This major. I'm on CNN.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm on whatever right now. Hollywood Unlocked, whatever, the Shade Room. But I can remember distinctly, man, and forgive me if I get emotional, man,
No,
but
that's good.
I remember distinctly, man, I was not living bad.
Mm-hmm.
I had a 3-bedroom townhouse. I lived in a decent neighborhood. Man, but like my lights got cut off.
Yeah.
And at this time when they got cut off, and I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna try to be respectful towards all parties, but it needs to be heard.
Yeah.
So, 2 friends, a guy and a girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
The girl was getting ready to move into like a crazy position in her job.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't an angel. She wasn't a devil, but she wasn't an angel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And these are friends, so I'm trying to keep a covenant on, the quote unquote business. And I'm not making these people look like they're hellions or whatever.
Right.
But I'm like, oh yeah, you are actively making this choice.
Right.
And then I had a guy friend who they were getting to the top of like a totally separate career, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, not Satan himself, but not an angel.
Right.
Actively like in some like other stuff. Oh, okay, guys, I'm making that sound really bad. It's not as bad as it is. I'm just saying, your friend's
Man,
business.
tell your story,
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I'm over here, like, trying to do right.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Bible version of trying to live right. And I'm like, I got this 3-bedroom townhouse. It's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving a new car.
Right.
And I remember sitting in my car and I screamed.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm so sick of it. Like I went in, just like a rage from within. And I was sick of it, dude.
Yeah.
I was sick of it. And y'all think that I'm getting ready to say like somebody put out the black snake oil or
Right.
God waved his magic wand. And the conversation was, you're irresponsible with your finances. These 3 things over here, that was your light bill.
Yeah.
You still live in a fairy tale world to where you think, oh, I can spend money and it'll come. Because of the way of my career, we're always going to generate revenue.
Yeah.
Right? So the devil wasn't busy.
That part.
I was irresponsible. So at that point, I started taking accountability. Like, hey man, just pay your bills first.
Yeah.
You don't need another pair of black shoes.
Right.
You want another pair of black shoes. But you're not out here with holes in your shoes. And at that moment and in that time period of my life, I kind of began to put like my foot to the gas and my hand to the plow. And I started taking responsibility for everything. And I've never really been a blame the devil devil type of person.
Yeah.
But comparison is the thief of joy.
No, facts.
And social media and looking around you will tell you that you need to be doing what these other people doing because they're doing better than you.
Right.
And you need to whatever. And I really, man, again, let's go back to Jacob and the angel. I had to really go back and deal internally to say, dude, it's you.
Yeah.
It's you. Get these things together. Get this together. Cut this relationship off. Nurture this relationship. This thing needs to be healed. Man, my dad told me something, man. He was on the phone, man, with me, and he said, dude, if you can't, talking about something that was going on in the family, he was like, hey, man, if nobody can fix it, you can fix it. I believe you can fix it. If nobody can fix this thing, you can fix this thing. And just the faith and ability that he had to believe in me or that he believed in that type of situation, it's one of those God winks. I just took that and I held it close to me. I didn't put it on the shelf. I kept it in my pocket and said, if you can fix this, you can fix this. If you can fix now, let's not be spooky and talk about magic, but the tangible things, right? Some people you got to cut off.
Yeah.
Some people that you hating on, you really admire them.
Right.
And you need to start establishing relationships with these people. Then, on top of that, you got to say, man, I'm okay. What benefits me going here? Mm-hmm. And we're from a space where everybody kind of knows each other. Mm-hmm. Right. It's all black party, it's all white party, it's all green party, it's a red, white, and blue party. It's a party of a day that ends with Y. Right. You're gonna see the same people. Mm-hmm. You're gonna eat the same finger foods. Mm-hmm. You're gonna drink the same type of liquor. Everything's gonna be upcharged. What is it in you that you need to work on that you can be doing while that thing is going on? Because commonality is a killer. Yeah. Yep. Every time I'm out, I see Ken. Mm-hmm. Every time I'm out, all white, dirt bowl, right. Down here, down. You know what I'm saying? And people that do not vibrate on a higher level, they'll lose respect for you because they'll think you're common.
Absolutely.
So I had to say, all right, I'm not going here anymore. Mm-hmm. Literally. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. I don't want to work with these people anymore. Is a minimal amount of money worth my reputation because of who that is? Right. And those little things. They say, how's the Super Bowl won? I heard, was it Vince Lombardi or somebody quoted him, and they said the Super Bowl's won in preseason. Right. The Super Bowl's won in preseason because you only get one game. It's not a series. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you start taking small steps to get you a little further, a little further, a little further. And I was watching one of my North Stars is Eric the Hip Hop Preacher. Mm-hmm. And man, he was on one the other day. He said, dude, it's your fault. Mm-hmm. You told yourself you was gonna lose 5 pounds. You told yourself you was gonna start a daycare. Mm-hmm. You told yourself you was gonna go back to school. He said, dude, it's your fault. It's your fault. And when you look at you and realize that this is you and there are no other excuses, then you begin to move forward. He didn't say it would be painful. Right. He didn't say it wouldn't be hurtful. Mm-hmm. But that's how you move forward. Right. So I think, and that's a long way around John Brown's barn, but, it was having my lights cut off that time. Yeah. And it was just like, I had the money to pay it. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it was just like, the irresponsibility of, or if you got enough clout, hire somebody to pay your bills for you. You big and bad, put your stuff on auto draft. Right. Or just whatever it is. But for me, I was going, this is not a priority in my life. Mm-hmm. Same thing, the same way we do with health. Yep. The same way we do everything else. And as we get older, you realize, bro, you're not going to wake up and be LeBron James looked like he does because he spends like $1 million a year on his body. Right. Facts. I don't have $1 million to spend, but I can choose grilled over fried. Right. So. That part. I think that's good.
Let me ask you this, and I have a little insight because we're friends. So I know your family, but as men, of course, we're told suck it up, deal with it, all this, that, and the third. But as I know you, I feel like, and you can give more insight, answer, correct me if I'm wrong. Let me ask you the question instead of making a statement. What, I don't know if I want to use the word confidence, but what was it that your dad instilled in you to where you're now, not saying you've always been able to do it, you're now able to be comfortable and not holding on to those, those things that we were told as men, suck it up, deal with it. Because me knowing you, I know you're not an open, I ain't gonna say you're open book, but you're not afraid to address what, what things, may be, what faults you may have or insecurities or things like that. So can you speak to, is there Was there something that your dad instilled in you that allowed you to be able to do that?
Yeah, I think just my father as a whole, and his story is greater than mine. Um, my dad was, uh, he was the son of a mother. He had 11 brothers
Oh wow.
and sisters.
Okay.
No father figure
Wow.
in the house.
Hmm.
One bathroom, two bedroom.
Mm.
So his house from here to here, from this front door to front back door of just my living room,
Right.
that was his entire house. I've seen it.
Wow.
Cabin Creek, West Virginia, in the holler.
Hmm.
And so it was a lot of fend for yourself. His mom had to work 3 jobs.
Right. Yeah.
So he didn't have any really male role models.
Okay.
And I think for him, seeing so much, negativity or lack of it, and realizing that there was going to be another path, he chose that path. And excuse me, and moving forward, my dad had to make some tough decisions, man. My mom, she was from the church. My dad, he didn't have a church background, man. He fell in love with my mom. And my granny was his mentor. So if you want to talk about, I don't know if feminine energy is the right word to use,
Yeah, I get
but my grandmother was his first pastor. So, we talk about male chauvinism,
Right, yeah.
and misogyny and different things like that. Well, he was subject to a woman as his spiritual leader, and also who he wanted to be his mother-in-law, because he wanted to marry her daughter.
Oh, okay.
So he developed more of an open side,
Okay.
I guess. I might be making stuff up, but merging from like complete street life to to the church fully. He got called to preach when he was 17.
Oh, wow.
And merging to that, he had to allow God to change his heart. So let's fast forward to 23 years later, to when I get here. My dad wasn't a hard man. He was a hard worker, but I've always seen emotions, because I've never heard my dad. I'm 44, so they've been married for 47 years. First of all, he never raised his hand to my mom. Don't even worry about it.
Right.
Secondly, he's never raised his voice to my mother.
Wow.
And it's a funny story I tell now. My mom had hip surgery or something over 10 years ago. She couldn't get mobile, and my dad had to cook for my mom. And it's been 10, 15 years later. My dad's still cooking. My mom she does not turn that stove on.
Oh, wow.
My mom cooked my entire life. She taught me and my sister how to cook. My dad, he just kept doing it. So he always respected and loved my mom. So I saw, he wasn't that hard. Come in after working in the coal mine, drink a 24-pack, cuss everybody out, kick the dog, drink beer till he passed out, wake up and do it all over again, and he was the provider. And I think seeing him in church and just, we're from such a charismatic movement. You're always shouting, you're always crying, you're always emotional. Your worship to God, your love for him. I just saw him be real open. And the other thing was this. When I became older, I have a pastor's heart now, and it's because I didn't realize I was my dad's armor bearer.
Wow.
We didn't call it that.
Right, yeah, that's what it was.
But if I needed a ride, if I wanted to get picked up, if he's going to pray for somebody at their house, I'm going.
Right.
If he's going to the hospital, lay hands on people, I'm going.
Yeah.
He got to preach at a guest church on Friday night. Who's singing? Us. So I always understood, like I'm carrying this briefcase because he's my dad, but I understand, you know what I'm saying? I'm working with him. I'm just his kid. And, as he began to confide in me, I realized, like, yo, my dad's always called me his best friend. And now that I'm big and grown, I really am.
Yeah.
Because you know how church folk are. You can't trust them. And we from small church too.
Right. Yeah.
So, you're only talking about 10, 15 people.
Right.
So, you talking across the table, we eating dinner. you better not ever repeat what sister so and so did.
Right.
You know, so I
Facts.
think that him just always being open with me and sharing a lot of his life, I just think like the apple didn't really fall too far from the tree, but we were a house where it was like we talked about things, we were open about things, but the weird part is, you know, we were church kids trying to do bad.
Right.
So it's a whole lot of stuff I left out.
Right.
My mom didn't know how to raise 15. I'm from the Biggie Tupac era.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from hip hop era.
Exactly.
We wanted to be everybody we saw on BT and MTV.
Facts.
My mom didn't know how to come back then. She grew up singing "I'm a Soldier in the Army of the Lord." That was
Right.
it. She didn't understand how things were changing, man. So, you know, my dad was just real integral in, you know, him always sharing and him always being real. And he was very apologetic. Man, his dad would ground me. He would come back. He'd be like, "Man, my bad. I wasn't right."
Wow.
So I saw a lot of that, and that allowed me to be like, you know, man, I said I wasn't right, or man, I said that wrong. I meant everything I said, but the way I said it was not right.
Right.
So, yeah, just kind of watching him. And the thing is, he like a phoenix. He rose from the ashes.
Right. Yeah.
Man, his guidance counselor. Excuse me, I'm under the weather, guys. His guidance counselor lied on his birth certificate so he could start working. He was working in a hospital. He was 14 years old. Straight up. Taking people their IVs and everything.
That is wild.
Man, he could have killed several people.
That's wild.
He was poor.
Yeah.
His mom wasn't around. No dad around. None of them. Nobody's dad was around.
Wow. You're right.
Man, poverty, man, for real.
Yeah.
So, just to watch him make something of himself, and you know, and the other thing too, not only just about being open, but being, you know, giving and stuff as well. Man, my parents, they've been pastors most of my life.
Right.
You come home, 7 people at the dinner table you ain't never seen before.
Right.
You get one piece of chicken and it's a wing. Don't worry about it. Take it to the bed.
Facts.
Dude over here eating 2 big breasts, 2 big thighs. Don't worry about it. And I just saw that, and I saw how they loved. And there's no way, man. My boy, our boy George, man. George was leading worship at Acts 2 the other week, and man, he said, man, I don't want to overstep any boundaries or anything. But he was like, man, I just feel the Lord telling me to tell the young men in here, it's okay to tell each other that you love them. Service broke crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody was in there hugging. He was like, a lot of times it's men.
Yeah.
So for me, and you said, I do it all the time. I don't care where we are. All right, bro. Love you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, dog. Love you.
Yeah.
Love you, bro.
Absolutely.
Some people don't hear it in their own house.
Not for real.
So, you know, they say, you know, be kind to everyone. You might be the only Bible that
Yeah. That people read.
So, you know, it's important. And funny, we're not gonna get on it, but you know, the thing we shared the other day about tithes and giving to the poor.
Hey.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
You don't you don't get an extra trophy for doing what you're supposed to do anyway.
Right. Yeah.
You're commanded to do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hug somebody better than me. I'm gonna hug somebody less fortunate than me.
Right.
It's the love.
Yeah.
And you go to bed at night and you're fulfilled.
Absolutely.
And you think about your friends, your fiance, your parents, your whatever, and you think about how you've been loved when you didn't deserve it.
Exactly.
And all you did was hug somebody that didn't really smell that well. That's it?
Yeah.
You got him KFC and gave him a 20?
Right.
And somebody loved your raggedy tail?
Right.
Come on, man. We was all down bad at one point in time. And not just our family, but our friends too.
Right. Yeah.
Really upheld us and said, I don't know what they're going through right now. I'm going to make sure they're going to get out of it.
Right.
So, I knew that I was headed in the right direction when we were in secular settings and people were walking up, and you've been a witness hundreds of times.
Right.
You guys, you, we could just feel it. We could just feel it was oozing off of your instruments. And you smiled the entire time. And we could just tell. And I just say, man, we love what we do. Yeah. Oh, golly, wow, we can tell. And we love it too.
Right.
And you got to be in a good mental space for that to exuberate or exude, from your instrument, right? Now,
before you finish that thought,
okay,
talk a little bit about, because we usually I do this at the top, like tell a little bit about who you are yourself, your name, and what you do. Take a few seconds to do that, and then finish your point, so that way people are aware of who you are and what you do.
Cool. I'm Doug Ford, aka Clutch Porter. That's who you'll find. Clutch, fourth quarter Porter, Clutch under the bus. But that's who you'll find me as. Under the internet, that is a nickname that is earned and not given.
Right.
Because I'm Clutch even when I don't want to be. I would say that I've been a professional musician. I've been in music all my life. I never really saw myself doing anything else. I thought I was going to be a lawyer one time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, oh, wow. Until you get the English 304.2. You're like, bruh, get me back to the band room. But, yeah, so I've done music. And I've served with ministries, large ones as well as small ones. My heart is pumped blood for large and small as well. And now I am out professionally playing multiple instruments as well as emerging into my own artistry. And now since I said it on camera, God gave me a God wink, so I winked back to him. I mean, somebody said they's going to pay for my record. And God was like, well, what's the excuse now?
Right.
I'm trying to help everybody else. I put something inside of you. But so the reason why I kind of said that is because every single fiber of life means so much more to me now. Because you carry not only responsibility as a leader, but you see this light being in the limelight.
Yeah.
That's important to me. Because I don't want to be on the Shade Room.
Right.
Or Hollywood Unlocked.
Yeah, right.
I want a pastor to say, yeah, that's my guy.
Right.
I want an old lady that used to sing in my choir. Oh, we love him.
Right.
I want the 20-year-old be like, yeah, OG, man, he gave me a snare drum or just whatever. So, in this level of maturity, that's super important to me. But I also work in an entity where we employ a lot of musicians in the tri-state area. We do corporate BKS. We do corporate events as well as weddings, and so we pretty much stay booked full time, as well as studio work and touring and all this stuff y'all don't really care about. But it is your mental state is so important. Excuse me, again under the weather, guys. Sorry.
Good.
There's a responsibility to the people around you. Me and Ken, man, we be on this road. We hit this road hard.
Yeah.
He's my brother. So I have the responsibility of, and I hate to be churchy, but man, if something's going on in my life, it ain't really whatever, man, you got to shake it off and put the dust on your feet.
Facts.
You better be actively figuring out how to fix it. Why? Because we're getting ready to get on a plane. We're getting ready to get in the SUV.
Right.
We're getting ready to be in close quarters. And I'm getting ready to be with a whole bunch of people. And I can't walk in with the spirit of funky attitude.
Right.
Because I don't want nobody walking in.
Right.
Man, come on, man. We just had Chick-fil-A. I just had the best latte from Starbucks I ever had in my life. You ruined my experience. Because you arguing with your girl.
Right.
Come on, man. Chill out. And then, whether it be secular, whether it be, in a Christian form or whatever, man. Yeah. Come on, man. These people either pay money. Well, they probably all paid money.
Right.
They want a good time. They want a good experience. And our responsibility as leaders and Levites,
Right.
because a Levite is a leader.
Yeah.
Our responsibility is to give them the best experience possible.
Yeah.
And even in the secular realm, for anybody that's still trying to figure out if we playing the devil's music or not,
Right.
I mean, we are not on stage gyrating. You know what I'm saying? We're playing good, wholesome music. And those people deserve to have a good time they play for. Mm-hmm. So I can't be argumentative. I can't have an attitude. I got to be right here. Dude, I'm blessed to do this.
Yeah.
I'm blessed to do this.
Yeah.
And even with my limbs, my hands, my feet, things like that, running joke is, I won't get on a motorcycle.
Right.
Yeah, as cool as it looks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Please edit coughing. But
we getting real. I
said,
love
"Nah,
this.
we getting real." But you sell me a motorcycle for $10.
What?
Yeah, not getting on it. Why? Because if I get in a fender bender in my Jeep, that's insurance.
Right.
If I get in a fender bender on a motorcycle, and it's a rod in my hand or my neck, come on, man. And so one of those things, and like I said, it's a running joke, but it's to say, you know what? God has my limbs. He's gifted us. Mm-hmm. And he's allowed us the ability to spread love through our instruments.
Right.
And so that positive nature, if it's here, then it gets here.
Right.
And I can't scientifically prove the cycle that I just did.
Yeah.
But if my heart is glad, then my head will be glad as well. That's me personally.
That's good.
Yeah. If I'm happy here, then I'm happy here.
Yeah.
And again, it's with the posture of gratitude.
Right. That's good.
I'm just happy. Dude, I'm just happy.
Yeah.
I'm just happy. And, just imagine the people who are late 30s, mid 30s. You creeping up in your 40s. Now, never say never. What they say, Colonel Sanders, he was, 70 years old before he invented the recipe or stole it from a black woman. Before he got famous. However, time waits on no one.
No.
And that's one thing you can't get back. And I don't want I don't want to be in a place to where I get this epiphany and I'm, I can't say it because I want to offend nobody that might watch, but I'm up in age and I can't even enjoy the fruits of my labor.
No, facts.
Huh?
Facts. No, that's real.
Come on, bro. I'm trying to get on a cruise. You got to wheel me in.
No, for real.
All that. Come on, dude. You got gout and Arthur, Bertha, and all the sinuses. And come on, man. And so it's so critical, man, for everything you do, for your heart posture to be like, hey, man, I'm joyful right now.
Yeah.
I'm happy right now. And I'm going to live my life in a state of gratitude. Yeah. Now, again, we've said it so many times. I'm not perfect. Somebody's going to upset me. I'm going to see something I don't like.
Right.
Listen, and I'm behind it. Let me scoot up. Listen, act up in traffic if you want to. I might follow you. If it's a stoplight and you in the other lane, you better pray you run through the yellow. Because if I pull up beside you, that window's going down. We're going to have a conversation. Like I said, I'm not perfect. But generally, you say, what are the things that keep this space open?
Yeah.
And you don't have a panorama right here, but you're getting ready to find a book in every room.
Facts.
They all just lined up on the arm of the couch, everywhere, in the bedroom, in the bathroom. You cannot go anywhere in here without reading a book. Right. Something positive, something to make you better. And a lot of people do that, man. I need to take my mind somewhere else. Well, that's cool. But when you done there and you come back home,
yeah, still gotta deal with it.
Bro, Come on, dude. That same thing, you gonna trip over that thing that you left.
Yeah, fact.
If you didn't pick it up, if you didn't pick it up and move it before you went on your trip, your getaway,
Right.
you come back and it's gonna be the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get getaway stuff, but you need something that's gonna encourage you, that's gonna uplift you, and here's the thing. When you need help, you gotta have somebody close enough to you, or somebody that you're close enough to say, yo, dude, it's not going right. And if you got a friend that says, oh man, it ain't going right for me either, that's that's the wrong friend you need to go to. You need to find you another friend.
Yeah.
And then take you and that friend to that friend.
Thanks.
My daddy used to say, misery loves company.
Absolutely.
And then y'all sitting over here in sackcloth and ashes, ain't fixed nothing, don't have a plan. Y'all done try to smoke it away. Y'all done try to drink it away.
Right.
Guess what, guys? You sober up, and that thing is still there. So, but I mean, I've had to fight for everything, man. I had to fight to get my credit up. I had to fight to get my license straight. I had fight.
Right, yeah.
Pay this. Show up in court. Pay this. Okay, pay this company off. They don't care whether you live or die.
Right.
Somebody already sold it. The company that you owe already sold them that debt.
Facts.
Pay it. Pay it. Do it. Get it where it needs to go. And you gotta fight. You have to fight. Now, you also have to know when you can't fight anymore.
Yeah. Know when to hold.
Because mental illness is real.
Yes.
It's a disease. And for those of us that are not in that same space, we get frustrated with our loved ones.
Yeah.
And I had somebody, they let me have it good one time. I said, bro, they talented. They whatever. She said, that's a sickness.
Yeah.
You just named 12 good things they do. Don't you think if they would, they could? That's a sickness.
Yeah.
And then, as someone who is a resource and tries to lift people up, now I know how to pray.
Right. That's good.
Because I was trying to pray for you, but I was really mad.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Lord, fix that ignorant tail. I ain't really mean it. I just want to. But now I'm. Excuse me. But yeah, now I know how to pray.
Yeah.
Now I know what to send you to encourage you.
Exactly.
Now, is the Lord my shepherd? I shall not want. That's a powerful scripture. But we can zero in and kind of pinpoint to further help and support you on where you kind of need to be. So, mental health is real, man. And listen, I've got some people that are in some high places right now. They do great in life. They make a lot of money. Man, they are holding on by the thread. Because they look like they're okay.
Yeah.
That's why people say check on your strong friends.
Not facts.
They look like they're doing great. And they need help too. And you know, one of my friends, I'm going to shout him out, man. And he's your boy too, Mario Rafford, Pastor Mario Rafford of Growth Point Church. Man, this was back when his ministry was young. Yeah. I think he's like 8, 9, 10 years in the game now. Pastor Rafford was saying, yeah, I have a therapist. Then we started doing a breakdown. Every coach has a coach. Every trainer has a trainer. Every pastor has a pastor. Every doctor has a doctor. Every therapist has a therapist. Every pastor has a therapist. Because once everybody gives everything to you, who do you give it to?
Right.
I hope not your wife.
Please no. Please no.
She might not be your wife too much longer.
Facts.
By the time you dumped everything on her, then you want her to fix you a plate. But yeah, man, I think that I'm in a good, excuse me, I think I'm in a good space. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest. There are things that I know I can fix, and then there are things that I know only he can fix.
Right, that part. Knowing the difference, yeah.
Knowing the difference. Hey, dude, Lord, I know you ain't telling me to make this call. I know already.
Right, yeah.
So I'm just going to not do it.
Mm-hmm.
Allow the opportunity
Yeah.
for this to happen because I still want to be active. I want to grow.
Yeah.
I want to be healthy.
Facts.
And it may not be I don't like them.
Mm-hmm.
It may be they don't like me.
Yeah. Yeah. Legit. Yeah.
Lord, I got a bill so high. I've been trying to save $25 a week, a month, or whatever. Man, you going to have to come in, take my natural and make it super.
Right.
Be super natural. I can't do it. But like you said, knowing the difference. Knowing the difference. And it's like, man, there's some things that I'm good at. There are some things that I suck at.
Yeah.
And then humility comes in and says, can you help me?
Yeah.
And that's hard for men.
Absolutely.
That's hard for musicians.
Absolutely.
Huh?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Come on, dude. Come on, man. I'm trying to get better. Yeah. Or I need somebody to do. I know I play this, but I need. This is what I hear in my head. Let's go, music. So, by everybody else, musicians. This is what I hear in my head. I have not obtained the skill level for what's in my head and my heart to my fingers. Now, you can fix that. I got a whole bunch of books that can help you.
Right.
But you're not at that level. My bad. You're not at that level yet. But you say, hey, all right, this is what I hear on the bass. You just struggled for a long time because you're not that good.
Right.
Hey, Kenny, can you cut this for me? Hey, such and such, GJ, Jarrell, anybody, Sean.
Right.
Hey, can y'all? I need you to cut this. This is what I hear in my head. The African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone.
Right.
But if you want to go far, go together.
Right.
And sometimes our egos won't let us.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Reverend Dr. Owens, man. He, along with my father, Reverend Dr. Owens, people like Gershom, Bishop Gershom Morrison, but man, I've been up under Owens for 18 years. I've been with Gershom. I served with him almost as long.
Right.
And Reverend Owens always taught lead with love. And to watch him gracefully cut you through and through, but you know he loves you.
Right.
And you asked me a question, and you said earlier, when was the turning point? But I'll add to it when you start wanting to make your mentors proud. Miles Monroe, even in a book you gave me, it's right there, the Daily Devotional. Miles Monroe says, people say that your decisions determine your destiny. He says, I don't buy into that. He says, your destiny determines your decisions. Because if you know where you want to go, then your decisions now will either get you there or take you from there. I often talk about, gone too soon. You know what I'm saying? All that basketball player, man, he was headed to the NBA. Man, he was just he was on the block, man. He got shot up. Kobe Bryant said, I wasn't liked in high school. He said, I probably wasn't well liked. He says, I didn't go to parties. He said, I went to one prom. Remember, he took Brandy to prom. Right, yeah. He said, I didn't go anywhere. He says, from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed, I had a basketball in my hand. He knew he wanted to go to the NBA. Right. So he avoided any type of pitfall. He avoided any type of pitfall. And I think for me, one of those transitions was like, man, you playing. You want to be here. You say you want to be here. Man, you playing around. You acting like you only want to be here. Man. Once you start fixing some of these choices, you can get to that thing you saw. Right. So. Sorry, I'm over here dying a little bit. Kenny don't care. He doesn't care. He cares about my mental health. He doesn't care about my physical health. He doesn't care about my physical health though. But yeah.
Cool. Got anything else on your heart?
Nah, man, I appreciate this opportunity, man. You know, I really think you're a stand-up guy. I've seen a lot of transitions in your life, and it was kind of no question that you were going to end up being where you are. But you know, just to realize, man, and I'm gonna tell y'all, man, Kenny made some declarations, man, like a couple years ago. I'm not gonna say what they were.
Facts.
Kenny made some declarations, and he wasn't like, "Hey, man, I'm done. I'm not." Nah, Kenny said, "Just want to let y'all know, I'm gonna be A, B, and C." Mm-hmm. But you know, he has trustworthy friends. Absolutely. I remember you told me, "Hey, man, pray for me. I got an interview with the governor." Yeah. All that. Hey, man, this is about to happen. Hey, man, this is it. Yeah. His decisions determine his destiny. These were preemptive things. He was saying these things before they were happening. And so it's just an honor to be here. I'm interviewed now. He's going to be interviewed by, you know, Governor Bashir. Going to interview him as mayor and all that. But, you know, it's great to be able in a position or to be thought of somebody who is mentally stable enough to have this type of conversation. So, you know, and the balance of church, church life, music life. Because let me tell you, some of these guys are crazy, okay? They're out here crazy, but yeah, guys, stay healthy, drink your water, stay drug-free. Love on your people, love Jesus. Facts. That's all I got.